Hi, we're from the Upright Citizens Brigade Theatre in New York City.
I'm a performer at the UCB Theatre. I'm a UCB writer and performer.
I'm a UCB performer. I'm a UCB student.
We are gay.
I'm gay. We're gay.
I'm gay as hell.
And we want to tell you that it gets better.
And it gets better.
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 I grew up in Texas.
I grew up in suburban Denver.
In Sacramento, California.
Glastonbury, Connecticut.
45 minutes outside of Gainesville.
I grew up in New York City.
People were so mean. They were horrible. They were so nasty. My nickname was faggot.
At one point, some of the meaner kids took my Cabbage Patch Kid and threw him in the garbage.
I remember one time sitting at the lunch table in high school, and so I heard the word faggot, and I thought, oh God, I hope that's not for me.
I called a sexy gay line on the phone, and my mom found out that I called the sexy gay line.
And then a rock whizzed by my head and bounced off the table, and I thought, that was for me.
I really truthfully considered just ending it. I remember sitting on the bus and being like, oh, my wrist is like leaning. How can I make my wrist like a straight person? Do they hold their wrists like this? Is this, all day?
I'm half black, I'm half white, and also I'm bisexual. It's very easy for me to think that, you know what, nobody understands me. I'm all alone because I didn't fit into a community that I thought I was supposed to fit into.
And my defense mechanism for that was that I was gonna be the funniest in the room. There's a power to being able to make these people laugh.
If your mom finds your history, or if you're a girl and your mom walks in on you kissing another girl, it's not over. It's not even begun.
What was born out of necessity and what was born out of the small-mindedness of other people has served me extremely well in my life.
There's times when you're in middle school, you're in high school, and you feel like you're really the only person that's going through this.
You are not the only one in your high school who's gay. When I came out, somebody was like, oh, I need to talk to you, and then they came out to me.
Right now, it may seem like they're not there, but trust me, believe me, they're there.
And it's so sad that we didn't have high school to talk about all our teachers that were so attractive. Mr. Bird was just insane. I mean, he had freckles, but they worked.
Your world is so small in high school, and you think that it's the entire world.
If there's a bully in school, someone calling you faggot or making fun of you for being gay, I think there's probably a really good chance they're doing that because they're gay.
I had this girl that told me, she's like, you're a fucking bisexual. Like, the way that she said it and the venom with which she said it to me really, really got to me. And many, many years later, I saw her on the Howard Stern show getting farted on by this guy called Dan the Farter. Once you get out of high school, you realize how big and complex and how gray the world is.
Be the person to help other people understand. The second you come out, not only do you empower yourself, but you help everyone around you change their way of thinking.
I had a friend in high school. He thought that gay people were all going to hell. And by the end of high school, he told me that I had changed his opinion.
I was so afraid of ruining people's expectations of me. I thought that everyone saw me as something, and I saw myself as something that I thought I was smart and weird and funny and awkward and all these things. I was afraid that if I told people I was gay, that adjective would jump to the top of the list. My mom actually asked me one day, I was out of college, and she said, I don't need you to tell me anything. I just think, I think you're brave, and I think you're a lot braver than you're letting on right now. But it was a relief, and I finally realized that I was smart and weird and stupid and funny and awkward, and it didn't negate any of that.
The day I came out was one of the best days of my life. It was the day my life began.
You should give people in your life credit because they will rise to the occasion.
My mother has come around so far that it sort of shakes me to how open someone can be when you let them.
The relationship with my father was, I thought that was going to be the hardest thing ever, but my dad was really cool with it, and our relationship's gotten much better.
She has said that I've taught her how to look at the world.
It wasn't until earlier this year, after I started taking improv classes,
that I actually understood the value of being truthful and being honest about who you are as a person. And once I came to terms with that, I was able to talk to my parents about it and tell them that I was gay.
I never thought I would come out, and then I came out, and now I talk to my brothers and sisters about like relationships.
Just the power of understanding the truth of who you are, that has extreme value.
Now, I'm happy. I have a really nice boyfriend, and we live in a really nice apartment.
I, 2 years ago, married my husband.
I'm so glad he's gay.
I feel alive. I feel like I'm doing what I want to do. I get to do comedy.
The things that make you weirdest or the most different when you're younger, now when you're older, are the things that are getting you jobs.
I have a fun job, and I can come to this really cool theater and say funny things.
Here at the UCB, they teach improv, and some of the rules are, I think, totally apply to life in general. That being, say yes to yourself and who you are, follow the fun, and follow the fear. It takes a lot of courage, but it's totally freeing.
My first class, my first day at UCB, my teacher was Jeff Hiller. And it was the first time I think I'd ever had somebody in a leadership role who was gay and out, and also hilarious. The first show I saw him in was Baby Wants Candy. And it was really the first time I'd seen someone who was gay and like the funniest person in the show. And that was really great to see.
And it gets better. It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
But because it gets better doesn't necessarily mean that it can't be great now. Find the thing that just makes you happy and just do that.
It gets better.
It gets so much better.
It gets better.
It gets so much better. You can get a Golden Girl tattooed on your arm. Like a real gay dude.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets